Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. DAPs.
I'm Katie.
When you smell the rain, you're not actually smelling rain. Moisture in the air actually increases your olfactory senses. So you're just smelling what it smells like normally.
What?
Yeah, that's not a unique smell. That's just the normal smell. And I'm Cameron. Welcome to Geeks Corner.
That was good.
Welcome to Geese Corner.
Geeks Corner.
Is where
Is
the
this a
geese
new
are?
show?
If you use the hashtag Geeks Corner.
Tell
Or
us
for
about
those
your
of you that don't like turkey,
tell us about your favorite
Geeks
geese.
Corner. Hashtag
What's
Geeks
its
Corner
name?
or Geeks Corner, though we won't check that one. Hashtag Geeks Corner.
As
You can
often.
talk to us out on the show right now, and we might talk back at you, maybe.
because it's the end of an era.
It is.
Right?
It's the end.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I
It's the
think you
end
sh-
of an
I
era.
think you should break the news.
Yes, Paradise Pier closed 2 days ago.
Yeah.
True.
Right?
Slow clap of
It's
honor.
true.
Well,
That's the big news.
That's the big...
Big news.
Yes, Paradise Pier
Blah,
Pier
blah.
closed 2
Geeks
days
Corner.
ago. We were there to get video of the last day. Go check it out. We went to Cove Bar on Friday. We got the whole Paradise Pier
This
experience
whole send off.
as they prepare to turn it into Pixar Pier,
Yeah.
which is kind of confusing. I was writing the article on it the other day, and I finished it, and I was about to hit publish, and thankfully I went back to check my writing, and I realized I completely switched it everywhere. So I had
Pixar
it
Pier
that
was Paradise
Pixar
Pier.
Pier
Yep.
was closing and Paradise Pier was
Yep.
opening, and it was just like, oh, this is not going to work. So anyway, first off, favorite Paradise Pier memory.
Ooh.
That's good.
I don't have
Thank you.
memories.
I'll go first then.
Please.
Go.
Years ago, probably, I don't know how many years, probably 15 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that. I went on California Screaming with a guy who doesn't really like those types of rides, who was a youth pastor, who used very choice language and told me that I was going to be killed the entire way around the ride. And it was the best Disney ride experience I think I've ever
Yep.
had. And
Pretty
he's a
good.
massive football player. So he actually could have killed me, but he just threatened to
And you
instead.
let's tell the
I
tale.
did.
Spoilers.
It was a good
he
picture.
didn't kill him.
Yeah, I'm
So,
still here.
He's still
Mhm.
here.
I survived. That was a good trip. All right, your turn.
It's like a group of memories. Maliboomer used to be the thing to do because no one else liked that ride. So you could get off of it and then get right back on. And you could do that for like
It was all about how many times you could go on rides, not like quality, it was quantity.
Quantity.
well, and then you could see so much. You'd be like, ooh, what did you see at Disneyland when you went up on Maliboomer? And you would be like, I saw this. And it was always the same thing. It's not like anything changed, but you would be like, well, I saw this because my eyes are better than yours. You would make fun of your friends with bad vision, obviously, because that's the great thing to do. But that was like Maliboomer, and when they announced its closing, that was my heart broke in like 7 pieces.
See, now I only went on it once, and I'm sure you've heard this story before,
I
but they
don't-
put down the
Oh,
guard
yeah, I
in
have.
front of you,
I have.
and it smelled like the sanitizer, and I immediately knew what happened in that seat before I went on it, and I have never been able to go on it ever since, because I literally sat through the whole thing. I don't even remember the ride. I just remember that going down and that smell. And
You
it
don't
was
remember the whole
terrible.
45 seconds of Maliboomer?
I remember it feeling a whole lot longer. What'd you think, Cameron?
I was with a group of couple people, and we went on Mickey's Fun Wheel, and it was on the ones that do the
fun ones.
doables.
The
I
only
love
way to
those.
do it.
Yes, and I had a couple.
It's amazing how hard it is to get people to go on that with you.
I know.
Right?
But I had a friend in the group that was very scared about going on it,
Mhm.
and I said, "No, it's always worse for somebody else. It'd be great." And we got on it, and there was a middle-aged woman who was just a loose one that was on the ride with us. Don't know why she was there, and she hopped on. She was in the seat, and she said, "I'm kind of nervous," and like didn't oversell it. And then as soon as the ride started, she had the most beautiful soprano voice you've ever just and you're like, whoa.
screamed
Whoa.
the entire
And the person
time,
who
huh?
was scared was no longer scared because they had entertainment the entire ride.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's great.
That's
That's a good memory. So what's your favorite thing about Paradise Pier looking back over? That's what, 16 years?
Almost
Has it
17.
been
Almost
that long?
17.
17.
Yeah. It's weird having
It would
you
have
way over
been-
there because I'm used to you being here,
Yeah.
and I just realized I have to
It would be 17 years next month.
yeah. So favorite thing looking back.
Probably just like that over the lagoon view.
Okay.
And when Mickey's ears were on.
I think it'll still be there, so it'll be
Well,
okay.
but it is.
Yeah, I know.
Using it as a reverse view for World of Color as a place. To
That
go
is
when it
a
was
fun
busy.
thing to do.
Yeah, just because it was always quieter back there, and you could just relax into it.
Hmm?
Yes.
Yes.
Usually wet.
And what are you looking forward to the most with Pixar, Pier?
That's good too. Probably the Overly Island credit coaster. It's gonna be cool.
I'm actually really looking forward to mainly the loading building. Like, I think that's going to be a lot more fun than we realize.
I think I said it last week, but I'm very much looking forward to the theme that Paradise Pier has never had. The fact that it's finally going to have a consistent and coherent theme. That's not going to be bits of DCA 1.0 that they just never got around to renovating.
Speaking of DCA 1.0, we decided we're going to do the DCA 1.0 challenge, where
It's
we're
gonna
going to
take
go on
us
every
all
attraction
day.
that's left over from opening day DCA.
And how many of those are there?
We ask you. We're not going to answer right now. Tweet at us. #Geeks Corner. I will find the right answer.
How many are there, guys?
That's what we want to know.
In their original form.
In their original form, not rethemed.
Yes. Yes. Favorite Paradise Pier memory from Love W Disney: convincing my cousin that riding Mickey's Fun Wheel would be fun. #she didn't agree.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, it was
Steven,
Christina's cousin screaming on the front
Oh, that was it.
there you go. Steven says, I'm going to miss Neil Patrick Harris getting me prepped for a solid ride of California Screaming.
Yes,
that's
that's
very true.
May he rest in peace.
Bailey says, my favorite Paradise Pier memory was Grad Night 2009 on Mickey's Fun Wheel. I know that isn't changing, and my friends wanted to do swinging carriages, and my friend Megan freaked out the entire time.
Good.
That's
Aw,
what
Megan.
you're supposed to. You always have to have that Megan to take on.
Everybody needs a
Fun
Megan.
Wheel.
Everybody needs a Megan.
Yes,
Yeah, at least one.
absolutely. I wonder if
I
our
want-
Megan likes that ride.
I mean, probably not.
We have
I mean,
a real friend named Megan.
She is our Megan.
A real
so-
friend, named Megan.
She's our Megan.
Bailey, I want you to send this to your Megan and be like, hey, just so you know, these random people from
Talking
Southern
about your
California.
And everyone watching, thank a Megan today.
Yeah, just actually, you know what? Today, January 9th,
Year of our Lord 2018.
go think of Megan. We'll make it a yearly tradition, maybe. Probably not.
Bailey might remember.
Bailey,
Bailey, remember this.
Bailey, just
Just think of Megan Day.
Just
Think
think,
of Megan
think
Day.
of Megan Day. #think of Megan.
Think a Megan, not think.
I heard think of Megan.
Not think of Megan.
What are we
Think
thanking her for?
Existing.
Thank you, Megans around the world, for existing.
You do great work.
Sorry, no, we've been talking about
Thank you
Megan
for
for
existing.
3 minutes.
This is a good show, guys.
We're doing great.
We're doing so great that we
great.
should never change anything or end an era or
Yeah,
move
we
on
should
in
never
the
change
world.
anything aesthetically, especially.
But what if we did?
Pray tell.
So we didn't put it on the DAPs blog. I was trying to think DAPs Park blog, but we don't have a DAPs Park blog, so this isn't as cool.
We should just blog from
and we
the
don't
park
have
and be like,
we don't
"That's
have a
my blog."
DAPS Expo to announce changes.
Not yet.
DAPS 23.
23 DAPS
DAPS.
will be
DAPS
DAPS
3.
14, wouldn't it? Or DAPS 04? That'd be it, because 2004 is when we started.
I was like, what is he getting at?
I'm so lost.
Anyway, we're making some changes here. We don't have a cool expo to announce these changes, but
I'm going to be a cyborg. That's it, right?
no, we're
Oh.
getting rid of our
They're
furniture.
Me. Oh.
All of this furniture is going away, and we want to
Oh.
know how you feel about it,
Tell us.
because it's the end of an era, right?
Tell us now.
Well, I
How do
mean-
you feel, Cameron?
A little squishy. Have not been hitting the gym much.
Mhm.
So it's doughy, really.
It's
How do you feel about the changes?
Oh,
Yeah.
keep moving forward.
oh my gosh, wouldn't you know it?
I just came up with that right
Wouldn't-
now.
Oh my, that's amazing.
Thank you.
That's someone should write that down.
Really, they should.
Someone
So how do
should.
you really feel?
I'm looking forward to it because I know a little bit of what changes to come, and I think it's really cool. So
It's hard for me to be nostalgic about anything.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
My sentence was not finished on
Oh.
Geeks Corner because one,
Because we started
Mr.
laughing.
Daps changes everything so frequently, and two, the first time I was ever on the show, none of this, like for some reason, everything had been moved out of the way, and there was just one big table, and none of the chairs were the same. And
Because coffee tasting.
Well, I know because coffee tasting. I did it. I was nervous. I remember, but it's
a fun episode to watch. Go check
back.
it out.
Don't do it. I had
you can go to the
I had hair to here.
geekscorner.com.
It's dark. You don't recognize me.
What is it, like episode
50
something?
502.
There you go. 502.
You can see me, my hands shaking
So,
as I'm pouring for
The
coffee.
desk is going away. The table's going away. The chair is going away. The couch is going away. That table's going away. We might bring it back once in a while. That desk is going away. What?
But there's a sign on here.
Yeah, there's a problem there.
Yeah.
Where's it going?
Speaking of it, Bailey just said in all caps, don't get rid of Mr. Dapp's table or this. Also, the east-west sign. I may have to hurt someone if the sign disappears.
You could come pick
Geeks
it
Corner.
up.
So let us know what you think we should do with the sign.
We might be putting it on the curb.
Swing on by.
You just put them out there and things disappear every day. It's amazing.
That's how we got this table.
I was going to say, and then
Yes.
sometimes other people put things on their curb and you drive by and go, oh, wait.
And then we spend 3 hours in the Lego store.
It's kind of like the library of life that's not really a library.
What?
I'm glad you didn't understand that.
You
Nope.
just trade stuff. Like you take it in and you're like,
That's not how libraries work. I don't bring in a lawnmower to get something else at a library.
We're done with lawnmowers
No, I
tonight.
bring back-
We're done with lawnmowers tonight.
I bring back one book and I give it to the lady, and then she gives me another book and says, "You'll like this one."
I really, really enjoy that Mr. Dapp sits down and has conversations with his librarian. He's like,
You know what I like more than that? The librarian is prepared with a book for him. You'll like this one.
I had a librarian. She knew what I liked to read, and she would give me
she
books.
has these large rimmed glasses,
Yes,
and she
the
peers,
chains with the
she
chains.
peers
Yes.
over.
She did not.
Oh, look, it's young Mr. Daps. He's back.
But you probably could guess her name, but we won't. We won't.
Matilda.
No.
Here's the next book on barn whittling.
So that's what you do in Minnesota, right?
You whittle barns, yes. Takes a really long time.
Do you make like toothpicks or something that you can build up to?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know how you do it. I read the book.
Okay. Anyway, let us know what you think we should do with the sign and
At all.
and at all. Yeah, I don't know.
And at all.
You wrote an article this week. Twofers are coming back.
Oh, twofers are coming back.
What is that?
That means that if you live in the Southern California area, you could get up to a 20% deal on park tickets.
A discount.
Yeah.
So you can get a park hopper for $204.
Yeah.
15% savings.
Yeah.
Single day, single park, 20% savings for $159. 3-day tickets. You can get a $199 one park per day ticket for 3 days, which is 25% savings.
Sure.
Or you can get a park hopper ticket for 3 days for $44, and that's 20% savings.
And I will say, if anyone's upset about this that does not live in Southern California and you wish you could have the deal, just remember the price of living is way too high here, and we sit in traffic all the time. So, like, let us have this.
That's a very good point.
It's I know.
Yeah. Also recognize it'll probably be busier for the next couple months if you're going to Disneyland Resort. So bring your patience. And
Because there's also 2 festivals going on in that time.
this is a win for everything.
Yep.
It's Lunar New Year Festival, and it's going to be Food and Wine Festival. So along with the 2 for deals, there will already be guests coming in for the festivals.
Great thing about festivals is you get to eat and walk. So you're burning off the calories as you eat them.
Or I thought you were making a Lunar New Year joke.
I'm not good at jokes.
walk. Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. And then he looks over his glasses. I am joke you may like.
To lower them. And Pixar Fest.
And Pixar Fest.
It's gonna be a lot
It
of
will be a
things.
But there's not
festive
gonna be
year,
any
and then
food.
Festival of Holidays.
Happy Hanukkah.
Is there a festival for Halloween yet?
We're singing the
Happy
area
Hanukkah
music.
song.
Yeah, because it gets stuck in your head for months. Speaking of
It's not over.
this last weekend,
Speaking of Hanukkah.
the end of Festival of Holidays, we had fun, Cameron and I,
We did.
watching the end of Fat Cat Swingers run
Yes.
for the Festival of Holidays. And you can see on my Instagram me wearing a bow tie and Marco, their saxophone player, also wearing a bow tie. It was a very
Precious.
special moment. I don't know, but it was really fun. Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah.
We had our friend Luke in the back. He was there too.
Yep. It was a great show. I mean, they always put on a good show, but the energy was especially good for it being
Absolutely.
their last run. they're just so much fun to watch. They do some ridiculous stuff with music, acrobatics you would not expect, especially from the bassist.
That guy's ridiculous.
It's so much fun.
He's like dancing with his bass.
Yep. Carrying it, throwing it over his shoulder.
Yeah.
They put on a great show. If you ever get the opportunity to see them wherever their next gigs may be, do it. Go look them up. They're great.
Favorite song?
Oh,
from that day.
Yeah. The one that they do
the day, so you're next.
The Tiki Room one that they make Christmassy.
Lovely weather for a sleigh ride together.
Yes, that one is very good.
I had to think
with all the little percussive instruments.
Yeah,
that's fun.
And I like all the bird noises in that one too.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Of course,
that one's hard to. I actually like their sound check too.
I was thinking that
they did Friend Like or I Want to Be Like You from Jungle Book, and that was really fun.
I like that preface it with like, this is our sound check. This is how we do sound check.
This is just a sound check. But then they do the whole song.
Yeah.
Because sometimes in like Downtown Disney, when we see bands, they just play part of the song.
And it gets weird. They play the same part of the song over and over again.
Yeah. But no, they just go for it. It was great. And looking forward to seeing them again. If you ever want to come on the show, we'll fit you in somehow. I'm sure we can fit 9 guys.
We can do it
in our corner
and instruments.
Fat Cat, always welcome.
Well, we could do it like Fallon does, where they have the little kid instruments. Except they
yeah, that'd be fun.
But we wouldn't do kid instruments. We'd do random, like Your Thing and the melodica. And
I feel like we could give the Automatone to like half that band, and they'd be able to play a concerto on it, like,
and then be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we should give them no. We shouldn't give them random instruments. We should give them one foot symbol, and we should give them all tomatones.
Yes, it would be beautiful. They could do something.
We'd probably get a complaint about it being in tune.
Yeah, that's a DAPs Magic Deep Cut.
And that's what happens when you read our YouTube comments.
We have good YouTube comments. You should read them.
Go play.
For the most part, we have really good YouTube comments.
No, they're funny. I love all of them.
No, I love like most of them.
Even the bad ones are
100%
funny.
100% of the time, 90% of the time, they're very positive and lovely, and then 10% of the time, you're like, someone took the time to write this.
Someone had curious, this as a thought. How do you tune a melodica with a piano? Like, you'd have to tune the piano to the melodica, so that would take like 4 hours.
No thanks. And it was New Year's Eve. We had the Office board game to play, and you to yell at us.
And it was completely unplanned.
Because Cameron has never seen The Office.
I got like second. It was great.
Yeah, you did get second. You've never seen the show.
Mr. Daps yelled at everyone.
Anaheim Garden Walk's for sale again.
Yep.
Surprise.
Second time is for sale. It went bankrupt, I believe, in 2010, and then was sold in 2012 for the first time for 70-something million. And now it is for sale again. What do you think they need to do with it to get this thing working?
I think it was a very good idea when they came up with it. I don't think...
Didn't it take forever to get it built, too?
To get it built,
yeah.
I mean, there was a whole laundry list of problems, but I think it was a great, great idea that is never going to come to fruition. I think that the land will be better utilized by a bigger company in a decade or so.
I think she has a great personality.
They just need to be friends.
But you bring up a good point, though. It's not a bad place.
Well,
other than the parking.
The parking is.
I feel like they stick it to you with the parking.
But the things that are popular bring people, like House of Blues. The House of Blues does well because that is the closest House of Blues venue. Like, many people go there.
Yeah, I feel like the restaurants on either end.
The restaurants on either end, but it's just the going inside. It's no one's gonna go to that Lush. No one's gonna go to the weird Chuck E. Cheese knockoff.
Is it Chuck E. Cheese?
No, it's
Billy
called
Bees.
Billy Bees. And everything is giant bee heads you can like climb inside. It's horrifying.
No thanks.
It's horrifying. But there's just random.
Have you been to this?
My wife worked there.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I just know it because it's right next to the parking.
She had a couple months working there.
Was it terrifying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to go on the slides before anyone else, right when they opened up.
Ooh.
Okay. Fun fact.
But it's just, if they had more big draws, I don't think they'd be having this problem.
Build-A-Bear.
Well, that's the thing.
It's not going there, but that might have been a good choice.
But there's not enough. So the stores that are there are good. Like there was, I'm not even sure if it's there anymore, but a really unique magic store that was there.
I do remember that.
Geeky Mamas, which is a fantastic store. it's just not enough to actually make you want to go.
You need a big draw in the middle.
Yeah.
Like,
no, what you're saying is that they need to go picking through downtown Disney graveyards.
Yeah.
And just piece together a Franken.
it would pull
It would.
locals over there, because if they were to get some of the things that are pulling in the locals,
The locals.
Yeah.
Locos. I
But-
mean, not very different.
as downtown Disney, parking's a little bit more difficult now. As the hotels go in, it's not going to be as easy, I think, for those that are local to go there. And if they could pick up that draw, that could really be a game changer for them. I also think there's a new hotel going in there. There's a lot more within walking distance, hotels wise, that have been renovated. I think there's a lot of potential for it. It'll be interesting to see what happens, though.
Mm-hmm. Do we know the sell price currently?
It's a bidding thing.
Oh, okay.
So initial
Ooh,
bids
can we
had to
bid
be in
$10?
on December 8th.
Oh, dang
And
it.
they haven't announced who bid or how much. But
'Cause
I'm betting it's
If
more
we
than
had,
last time.
I'm sure if we had bid like $10 and a pack of Skittles, we could have won
And 2 sticks of bubblegum.
2 sticks of. That would have been it. No one else would have bid 2 sticks of bubblegum.
See, I would have bid exactly $42, and the guy doing the bidding thing would have been like, "Nice."
So
I like
would
to imagine that he looks over his large rimmed glasses and he goes, nice.
Sold. I'm
Look-
sorry. Somebody bid $68 million. Now that guy.
Nah, this guy is $42.
He's cool. He's cool. It's fine.
No. And you're wearing like your red glasses.
Yeah, my little
so
red-
you're like,
brings up
circles.
the question, though. What could you put in the middle of this thing that would bring people in?
Disneyland.
Thank you for saying exactly what I was gonna say.
yeah.
Puppies probably, but not like a puppy store because puppy stores are bad. But
Oh, like one of those stores where you go in and get coffee and there's like
yeah,
puppies there or whatever.
people would.
Have you guys heard of this?
But
Yeah.
a unique draw,
a
though.
puppy cafe.
Not necessarily exactly that, but something that they cannot get anywhere else that they would be willing to come for an extended period of time.
Because really, it's a short walk from Disneyland.
Yeah.
If they had a good enough draw, people would walk over there.
Mhm.
I feel like what is it?
A
The
Starbucks.
Fifth that's
Maybe
right
a
across the street from
Starbucks.
Disneyland now. That rooftop bar.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
Fifth,
that's
whatever.
the Fifth.
Grand Legacy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like that's drawing people in a way that wasn't before, and it's
It's
pulling
so
people
distinctly
across the
unique.
street and getting them out of the security perimeter. And because it's got a unique idea and draw.
I know what let's put in the middle of there.
Yes.
Raglan Road.
Oh, that would get me there. I'm there.
Oh.
Done. 5 points, Cameron.
I would be there.
So Cameron just knows buzzwords.
But buzzwords. I've been there.
I know, but it's just really funny because you knew that once you said Raglan Road, everybody in the room
Then
would
I
go,
win.
oh.
It's called reading the
knowing your
crowd. Yeah.
audience.
Or at Jock Lindsay's, the Indiana Jones bar. And
I
Yeah.
never went to that
Springs.
one.
You should.
I
I
mean,
should.
don't order the pretzels.
Pro tip.
They might not show up.
They might never
But,
show up. And you might start stealing coasters.
They're being
Honestly-
looked after by top
Honestly,
men.
I think we just had the wrong
We
server.
sat in the wrong place.
Yeah. But no, I think things like that would actually bring people in.
Oh,
Mm.
definitely.
You need that unique experiential place to go.
Well, even if there was a venue that allowed for like locally we have the Packing House, which is a great food venue.
Yeah, something
And they
like
have a stage for local acts to play.
Yeah.
Mhm.
While House of Blues is great for these big name acts, it would be great to see some of these local. There's some amazing musicians in the area that would be really fun to have out.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Going back to, we've got a few comments
Oh.
in here that
The internet has
People
things
paid
to say.
attention to us.
Bailey says, hang the sign on the wall, ... This is hashtag Geeks Corner history there. Also, how do you expect me to come and pick it up when I live 5+ hours away?
Just
Good
start
It's worth
driving.
it.
Start
Go.
driving now.
It might
First,
be
you're going to
worth
go east, then you're going to go west.
Love W. Disney says, the moment in the episode when your eyes glaze over because big numbers are being recited. I have no clue what you're talking about.
He doesn't do well with big numbers either. What do you
Steven, Steven says, what's going to make Garden Walk work? Well, probably a direct bridge to downtown Disney.
That helped.
Ooh,
Mhm.
If only they would allow a bridge over harbor.
Oh, why don't anybody think of that?
You know, that's a good idea. And that leads to our final segment of the night. If I were in charge, we haven't done that in quite some time.
Put
but
on your hats, everybody.
Yes. Since Paradise Pier is disappearing and becoming Pixar Pier and a retheming of a land, that scares me. We thought it would be fun to ask the question, if you could retheme any land, what would you do? And what land would you retheme? Cameron, go.
Okay. So just past New Orleans Square is Critter Country, and it's kind of a dead end in that direction.
For now.
For now.
Until Cameron's in charge.
I would like it actually as a continuation of New Orleans Square and make that, while keeping the rustic theming, into Ray's area from Princess and the Frog. So it's kind of like a back bayou
that's a good idea.
area, so that the restaurant can go through retheme to be Ray's, and then you can have
Hungry Bear, you mean?
Yeah, Hungry Bear.
Okay,
Excuse me.
yeah.
What did I say?
You just said the restaurant.
The restaurant.
I wasn't sure if you meant like an extension of Blue Bayou or something.
Yeah, I was like, what is he talking
Splash Mountain can either be lightly rethemed in the way that Small World was, or go an overall, or be
Do it
left exactly the same. Yeah.
Holiday overlay.
Yeah,
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain. That'd be great. During what, Lent?
What song would you
Mardi
connect
Gras.
with Zippity Doo-Dah?
Mardi Gras.
Yeah, that would work. There you go.
Just party sounds.
In the Southland, there's a city.
That's true.
It'd be fun. But yeah, you could do most of that.
Do you think they'd bring back the aardvarks? There's a deep Disney reference. If anybody gets this, I will be very...
Hashtag bring back the aardvarks.
The aardvarks.
But yeah,
no, armadillos. I'm sorry, it wasn't the aardvarks. It was the
And
armadillos.
then Winnie the Pooh's little treat area.
Yeah.
Would be Tiana's place.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I like that idea. Katie?
Oh, wow.
5 points if you can guess
This
or remember what the armadillos were.
I mean, this is so difficult. I haven't put any thought into what land I would love to see rethemed. But if I had to pick one, Tomorrowland a million times over Tomorrowland, because it was ruined when everything got mushed.
How do you really feel?
Tomorrowland makes me like physically angry.
I thought you could say ill. You're walking just.
The way Tomorrowland was supposed to be was Tomorrowland was the land version of what Epcot turned into. It was supposed to be the experimental community prototype of tomorrow. Like that was what it was supposed to be. And now it's just turned into, we have some IPs, we got some Buzz Lightyear, we got some Nemo, we got, what else? Space. We got space. We got lots of space.
I'm sorry, Disney bought the IP of space?
Yeah.
Woo! I knew they had money, but I didn't know they had all of space money.
No. They just bought space, not SpaceX.
Oh, I see.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can buy space.
Anybody can buy space.
Yeah. It goes for very cheap.
It's just, you look at pictures of what Tomorrowland used to be, and I wanted to see that spacious. It's the Epcot-y feel of like, the reason all of the plants in Tomorrowland are edible aren't because it's a cool Disney fact you can nudge your friends with. It was because that was what the future was supposed to look like, with like, these are all edible things and it's sustainable community. And here's a Mary Blair mural that we ruined with random other things that we covered completely, and we destroyed the mural and we're never getting it back. It's fine. I'm not angry about it. It's
hashtag the future is plants.
The future is plants, everybody.
And I'm going to finish by saying also Tomorrowland, but I don't think the future is plants. The future is water. I've always thought it would be very cool to turn Tomorrowland into it'd be plants also, but into
Paris. So do you just want Paris? Discoveryland?
No, not at all, actually. I always thought it'd be cool, like on the Innovations building, have waterfalls coming down the outside, because one of the...
You're talking about like where they grow the plants inside and stuff, or...
No, it'd be both inside and out.
Okay.
But
what are you getting at with the plants?
There would be some plants, but more water.
Okay.
Think of lots of waterfalls and lots of water features happening, and that would connect it to...
Pandora.
No.
Okay.
The submarine lagoon.
Okay.
Because then you could continue the water along through everywhere else, and everything would be connected, kind of like Paris with water, but instead of it being that old school, what do they call that? The author, I totally spaced his name, in Discoveryland. Instead of Jules Verne look, I'm thinking think very futuristic, very modern, but kind of with a little bit of a retro hint to it. But kind of the hope for what the future could be, because I would like to think in an optimistic future, we embrace nature and we build in it and through it and around it, as opposed to confine it. And I think it could be a really cool thing. And the side benefit of it would be it would no longer be one of the hottest places in the park every summer.
Yes.
And the water would cool it down. The sound would be amazing, because water just has that soothing effect. And I think you could hide a lot of show elements with waterfalls and streams and whatever.
And for those of you playing along at home, Paris with water is Venice. That's the answer. Is Venice.
Now with added water.
She was talking Discoveryland, but it's got a big lake in the middle of it.
I've just heard him go on that rant before. I was like,
It's very pretty, but I wouldn't go that direction. I would go futuristic instead. Anyway, that is about all the time we have for you this week. It's amazing how fast time flies sometimes on this show.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
When you return next week, everything will look different.
Everything.
If you want to see how it was, be sure to go to thegeekscorner.com. Take it in while you can.
Let's check out all the Disney news as it happens. Go to dapsmagic.com and subscribe to our mailing list.
And make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel as well and find us on social media because we'd love to connect with you. And Cameron will even take tape off of your shoe.
It was a sticker.
Oh, sticker off of your shoe. Anyway, that is all the time we have for you this week. So we will see you around the corner.
Bye.